Who did it? Did you ask Punk? That's where we at. We in the main event. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, man, they are in the head of Sami Zayn. They are in the head of CM Punk. Who jumped Jay Uso? Who jumped Jay Uso? Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta talk, and they still rock. Sammy should have lit his. Sammy should have cracked his cranium. Seth Rollins with the win, with the roll up, y'all. It wasn't me. You threw the chair out. You should have. See, a lot of good verbals tonight, baby. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Oh, let me get this out of here. Do, 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 do. Hey, I can't hear nothing with the crowd chanting like that, y'all. Can y'all hear what he's saying? I love you, but you gotta start using your head. Think about it. I didn't hit Jay. I didn't attack Jay. Use your brain. He should have did the chair shot, baby. Look, now you went and got Bret Harted. That's how Bret Hart used to package, get people up out of here. You got Bret Harted, bro. You got Bret Harted. But who? It's like the murder mystery. It's like the game of Clue. What if who? You don't even know it's a Raw member. I got questions. Do we got answers? I got questions about this. Oh! Who just attacked Sami Zayn? Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. Uh, Drew. Yo, he just laid my man's out. Laid out Sami Zayn. Got to change the title. Change the title. Oh my god. Did you, ladies and gentlemen, what we talking about? I got Raw pretty high. I ain't even got a final number. I'm not computing. My brain is buffering. It is what it is. Y'all know what it is. King HP, be on the Attitude Era podcast. So tap in. Let's talk about it. Drew McIntyre returns. And I gotta use the word return because was anybody expecting him? Where was he gonna fit in the storyline tonight? We don't know. I see Vinny in the chat. What up? What up? What up? Yo, 10 out of 10 is a strong number, but I might be with you on that one. I might rock with a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is Raw was on fire. I ain't gonna hold you. I got it at least at a 9 before I'm just off a quick think. Like, yo, we got Deception. Yo, Big E got kicked out the whip. Yo, they got Big E up out of here in a very emotional. Like, I remember when Shawn Michaels kicked out Marty Jannetty in the wildest way for the time period, putting him through the glass. We were like, oh, they see it now, but you got to think about then. When you seen it then, what tag team got split like that on national TV like that, violent like that, blood, my man leaking, right? Okay, we didn't get that. We didn't get no blood and violence. We got like, damn, you want to cry. Like, why y'all turning on E? E had the heart. E had the story. E said he gonna come back and manage y'all. Yo, they had the whole set. Hold on, we gotta talk about this. Yeah, Boog, we see you in the chat. Yeah, Raw was crazy. We got to talk. Yo, share the broadcast, bring people in, hit that membership. We got to talk. We got to bring some of y'all up here. We got to talk. There's some things we got to speak about. All right, so do we want to start at the end? We want to start at the beginning? We want to start at the end? Feel like it's full circle because what happened at the beginning sums up the end with a little bit of Drew McIntyre sprinkled on top, and I'm here for it. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, kind of glad not to see CM Punk come at the end because we got a great trilogy with him and Drew McIntyre, and the last thing we need is CM Punk coming back, rehashing it. it should end. You know what I mean? Like you got to end stuff sometimes. Let it be done. Let a couple years go by before you ever revisit it. Especially as good as that rivalry was, it took us the whole 2024 Royal Rumble. They went at it in the Royal Rumble, got hurt. It was unintended, right? And then Drew took a lot of credit. Glad I heard you. I prayed for this. That was wild. And their matches started after that, after CM Punk came back and the injuries and costing him championships. They sped that thing out over the course of a year. A bracelet got involved. He took the man bracelet. They had a strap match. They had a special referee match with Seth Rollins, and then they did the Hell in a Cell. They never had a regular match. They never had a regular match. So you want to talk about picking up steam and volume? Leave that where it is. I'm happy we saw CM Punk in the beginning. Moving forward with what appears to be now, please, get that membership. Let's talk about this. This is like street. Is CM Punk calling his WrestleMania shot this early? Which it's not super early, but it's Royal Rumble's gonna be February 1st. This is like one of the first times it's not in January. Um, for whatever reason, right? The booking, the whatever. Saturday Night Main Event is in December, so I don't think we have any PLE at all in January. So we just have story progressions. March is the Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania will be in April. Say that to say this, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get this phone. I hate these bootleg. It's not a bootleg phone, y'all. But I say that to say this. CM Punk's calling his WrestleMania shot. He comes out to start off the evening, right? Rightfully so. He's a Raw guy. We just had War Games. I thought War Games was pretty good. Could it have been better? Yes. Should Survivor Series have more matches? Yes. Should your WWE champion be on one of your four major pay-per-views? Yes. Was he? No. So where does that leave Cody? He's gonna headline Saturday Night Main Event. Okay. I'm not gonna say cool, but okay. Okay. Don't tell me we need that story with him and Kevin Owens to bubble. We've been working this angle since like these storylines are so long term. Like I don't want to jump all over the place, y'all, but if you look at Liv and Rhea, they still telling that story, and it's still got to come to a head. Like Liv really hasn't gone through that many opponents during her time as champion, which to me devalues her champ. That's another story. It is. It's just like if you have the story the belt for a long time, and you fight a couple bodies. I'm not gonna hold you in high regard. If you're Roman Reigns and you've run through the roster and now you like, well, he barely fights. He ran through the roster, my guy. He has a who's who of the zoo on his resume. He's got the Floyd Mayweather effect in professional wrestling. He gets to call the shot. He's big dog on the card. I mean, he headlined Survivor Series, did he not? But wasn't there a world title on that card on the line? Wasn't the main event though. Gunther still has a main event. Did he do Bash of Berlin? I think he did Bash of Berlin. Him versus. Did he close? Has Gunther closed the show yet? Please put that in the chat. Has Gunther been the final match of a show? The main event. Think him versus Seth. Was it him versus? I'm confusing my own brains here. No, it's him versus Damian Priest. I'm sorry. And it was a thing where I think that was one where Drew tried to cash in Crown Jewel. He closed the show at Crown Jewel. He was the last match. Oh, him and Cody. You're right. That's crazy. It seemed well. All right. Okay. So he has. Okay. So he's main event. Thank y'all for getting that right. I don't want to put out false narratives on people. But I'll say this: the main event was the guy without a title, tag team with a former world champ versus a team that's never had a world title. That's how good the Bloodline story is. So that is the Mayweather effect that Roman Reigns has at this point. I say that to say this. CM Punk calling a wrestling shot right now has me wondering what the WWE is looking at doing. We are pretty we're pretty sure right now at this point we're gonna get The Rock at WrestleMania. I think everyone in this chat believes that. I think everybody watching believes that. I think that's written in the clouds. What's not is potential final match opponent. Is it going to be a one-on-one versus him and Roman Reigns? If it is, will the Ula Fala be on the line? If it is, will the Ula Fala and the title be on the line? If it is, will it just be the title on the line? If it is, will it be some sort of stipulation like a lumberjack match or a bloodline family match? They might call, they'll call it some little name, right? If you do that, where does that leave Cody? Well, Cody has some other options. We can get Cody versus Seth Rollins in a rematch at WrestleMania. Not sure if that's the biggest, best match you can do for him, but him and CM Punk certainly works. Or John Cena. If CM Punk is saying the main event, I like to note that WWE made a point to tell everyone today that Roman Reigns stopping CM Punk from coming out of that cage at War Games was the number one most viewed thing on social media that the WWE has done this year. We could talk about eye tests and whatever. WWE is a business. What pulls numbers pulls money, whether it's sponsorships, advertisements, merchandise, it's eyes, more viewership, more promotion, more sponsor. That's how it works. It, that CM Punk's Roman Reigns storyline is gonna. If The Rock can't make it for WrestleMania, they just started shooting Moana, right? They're in the middle of that. I'm saying if The Rock can't make it, CM Punk is a very suitable replacement right now. I'm just saying. And bang.
It's so hard to say goodbye to the
Yeah.
new day and Big E.
Yo, why did they do my man so grimy?
What? What is they doing, man? What is they
I
doing?
love it, but I hated it. I
I
loved it and hated it.
said I wanted Kofi to turn. That would have been a cool twist. I didn't expect. I know you was in the middle or something, but they could have ended the show with that.
You could, you probably could have, but they ended the show with Drew McIntyre return.
Is man,
Oh,
they
I ain't mad at that.
this
You
felt
had
like
a
this felt like a Raw after Mania.
yeah. Oh, it was going down.
It felt like the
Yo,
Raw after Mania when the new season of the show starts because WrestleMania is always the season finale, and they came out cooking.
swinging for the fences.
First off, we know we didn't tap into it. Might touch on a little bit tonight, but man, speedy recovery to Bronson Reed, man. Bronson Reed probably had the best year in the company, breakout star. And I heard he might have really injured himself jumping off that cage, his ankle. So
The ankle. You seen that
yeah,
slow mo of it?
yeah,
That thing.
it
Watch
shattered.
how he lands when CM Punk's pulling him. You gotta watch it in slow motion. That
Yeah,
ankle
Bronson
hits, that
Reed.
thing turn immediately.
So speedy recovery to him. Lot to talk about. I heard you mention CM Punk. Look like we getting that CM Punk Seth Rollins situation cooking, and I'm here for
We
it.
need it. We need it. And this is what I was just getting into. CM Punk calling a shot, WrestleMania. Right? We're doing that already. I wonder, is The Rock legitimately in concrete? I feel like he ain't for WrestleMania.
I don't know if you necessarily need The Rock for WrestleMania.
I think they would love to have The Rock for WrestleMania. However, if you can't get him, I think you just found your next best substitution, and you gave the storyline by accident. It's just damn CM Punk, Paul Heyman. I need a favor. What's the favor? We'll talk about that after.
Yeah, but I think he was really calling his shot for Cody.
I don't know if Cody's gonna have that belt by the time we get to WrestleMania. And one thing CM Punk ain't done is headline the WrestleMania.
Yeah, he ain't did
Alright?
it. This has
If they
this
keep
has to be the year because we are at the end of the CM Punk story. I really believe we're at the end of it. I mean, career wise, like
okay, okay.
we're at the
I'm
end
like,
of it.
he just heating up.
You know what I'm saying? So everything he hasn't done or he needs to do, it has to happen. We're
You
nearing
know
the
what's
end
crazy?
of it.
Him and Randy Orton are in the same boat, but they treat Randy Orton with mega losses.
Because Randy Orton's people gonna love him regardless. People want to see CM Punk and they want to see him win. They want to see him end the story and see him win. We just happy to see Randy.
You see that shot he threw? You see that shot he threw at Cody though? He said some people just want to finish their story. Like he's setting up everything you need. So wherever you need CM Punk to fill in the blank, come injury, come Moana 2 or movies in Hollywood can't release The Rock, CM Punk is there. Him versus Cody, main event, it works. We never got it last year. You can do Roman versus and then pencil in Seth Rollins. If The Rock's available, you do The Rock.
The
Cool.
only thing is they're telling the beginnings of so many good stories. I just think this so far out for Mania.
They're
It's
telling
a
a lot of
ways
good
away
stories.
because you got
But
Seth and Cody cooking up. Drew's back. Who knows what you know what I'm saying? Bronson Reed's coming back at some point. You still have Cody and you have the bloodline. It's and I'm gonna say this is the first time it's ever been said on this podcast by anybody. I'm gonna acknowledge my tribal chief, the Solo TC.
are you fucking nuts?
Solo TC. I'm 2.0. I'm 2.0. It took, I know we a little bit all over the place, but it took 5 of them spamming finishers to defeat Solo Sokoa. When Solo took out Cody and Roman with this right here.
You gonna make me sick, bro.
Hey, Solo looking good, man. And he's leaning out too. He's lean. Hey,
No,
Solo's looking
I'll
good.
give you that. I'll give you that.
He's
He's looking
starting
good
to he's starting to fill in the look of it.
on the
But
mic. He's improving.
he's
I'll give you that too. I've
hey,
watched him improve.
and I noticed the
However,
Solo, I love you is becoming a thing.
it's the Jacob Fatu effect. You
The,
put. I had a dog, right? My dog was a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
the
He
crowd
was
is
more like
saying it now though, because there was one time during that War Games he did it, and the whole crowd recited it too. So they turning a few heads.
Wi-Fi, y'all. Oh, my Wi-Fi got low. I started doing the buffer.
Solo TC, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Archie Hill for real, Vinny. What up, Willie? We see you in the chat. What up, Boog? What up, Zell? We
I'm
see you in the
just, you
chat.
know what? I'm enjoying wrestling right now. This is just really enjoyable. It's really enjoyable right now. And maybe they turning up the heat because in a few weeks we on Netflix.
Bro, turning up the heat. I know Raw can't stay at this level every week, right? But goddamn, I wasn't expecting this tonight. Was
Is Big E making the
was
in-ring return?
is Big E? No, I think he'll try it one.
I
They
think they
brought up some
planted some
personal shit.
seeds tonight because all right, I got one more in me. And I want y'all. Like,
I hoping.
bro, they told him Kurt Angle broke his neck. Edge broke his neck. Stone Cold broke his neck. They all came back. What you? What's your excuse? What?
They even said they went and got surgery. You ain't got surgery. You could have been did this
You
and
could
been
have
back.
been back, bruh. They, I didn't see that swerve. Well done, man.
Oh, I
Well
thought when he
done.
did the manager thing, they was gonna try it. He said, I'm coming to be your manager." I thought they was gonna work it.
Every week
Crowd come
I'll
up.
come until I'm clear.
Polo,
They
I see you in the chat. Don't go agreeing. Archie is the greatest heel in
see
podcast wrestling
what
today.
they say, man. What they say. Somebody agree
Bro,
with me. Solo. That's what I'm saying. Solo TC. Telling you,
So
man.
lows.
Shout out to
What's Zell
Polo,
saying? Zell
man.
always hating. Zell got some hate. He's like, if you got hate in your heart, let it out.
No, we just talking wrestling. But yeah, Raw was good, man. War Games.
Yeah, they took a shot at Big E Girl too. That was wild. You'd rather stay with your girl. Hey, bro, you could have left that off cam, bro.
Yeah, it felt it felt a little real.
It felt a little real.
Felt a
Like, hey,
little
behind closed
real.
scenes, dog. Because he been gone for almost 4 years.
Big E's been out a long time.
I'm like, damn, damn, damn.
He's probably been out longer than he's been in the company.
Gotta
That's
do it, goddammit.
gotta take a sip of the sip. But yeah, man, show started great. The C's have been playing. It's so many C's, man. This WrestleMania, the tickets cost an arm and a leg, but hey, this
They
might
going
be
for gusto.
this might be one of those manias we sit and you like, yo, where were you when? Like, where were you when CM Punk XYZ? Where were you when Where were you when Big E made his return? Like this mania, they building crazy.
I honestly agree with you wholeheartedly. The CM Punk has come back into the good graces of many, many, many people. And I'm not saying that just because other podcasts have said it.
I'm
If
telling
you
you,
check Twitter,
he turned me. I was hard on him. I was
yeah,
hard on him.
yeah,
Pause.
he and it tonight was no different. That shit with him and Seth Rollins, he had bars for fucking Seth. Can we talk about that shit? Seth Rollins was like, yo, I was thinking about you for 6 months, just when I had a little bit of pity for you, blah, blah, blah. Yo, the rebuttal game was crazy. CM Punk was like, you was thinking about me for 6 months? I wasn't thinking about you at all. Like,
I'm telling you, bro, it's when wrestling has you questioning,
yo,
but
yo,
then it's good.
it's
It's
great.
good. It's just good, bro. Like if you were not if you haven't watched wrestling in years, or you don't if you were just flipping through the channels and you stopped on the opening segment, the closing segment, the New Day segment, you would have stopped and be like, yo, what the hell is going
What
on?
is,
It would have
yeah.
stopped you. So
Not to mention, Gunther Gunther over here shitting on Finn Balor. Finn Balor, he breaking up the Judgment Day, y'all. He doing it in a good, subtle way, but not subtle way. And you see the alliances, but yet other people helping the breakup. Gunther, like, he like, you should be thanking me. 2 times Damian Priest had you beat, but 2 times I saved you. Blah 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 blah. My man smacked Dominic's hands, bro, and then looked at him and was like, you beat Damian Priest. You deserved a shot. He driving that wedge deeper. You like this is the great penmanship that goes for wrestling, like you said, where if you can cut promos, it's gonna really go.
if you can cut a promo in professional wrestling these days, you can get a job. If you can cut a promo in professional wrestling these days, you can get a segment. Austin Theory, I mean,
Arian Cross. Arian Cross was looking pretty good too tonight.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what they put in the juice, but everybody was cooking tonight. Like I said,
Yeah.
this Raw felt better than the past few Raw after Manias. They've been kind of we the expectations have been so high, but
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just man, they
Yeah.
just did a great job coming off of a decent War Games. I thought War Games was pretty cool.
What did you rate War Games? A lot of mixed feelings about War Games. I've seen great things and like people shitting on specifically the women's War Game match.
The
The
women's
lack of
War Game
matches.
match took a while to get everything meshed together. It just took a while. It's War Games. You got 5 minutes in between people coming into the ring. You got 5 people. You're looking at a good 30, 40 minutes of we got to fill time. So
I
that's
thought
the
I thought
problem.
I think matchups can make these things pop. I think the men's side this time did a better job. Um, I think that at the same time, the women's side, I
The
don't want to say this.
you know what killed War Game Survivor Series? That
Hmm,
crowd wasn't a good crowd.
you think so?
Crowd wasn't good. They didn't react to nothing. But see, that's where the showmanship come in. Io Sky got reactions because she played to the crowd. She was
What up,
just
C Dub? We see you in
she,
the chat.
peace. She played to the crowd and got the reactions. Other than that, the crowds were just kind of waiting for the big moments. Io was putting on the show, and but she's over.
But
She might have
Nia
been the
Jax,
most over person in that match. Like she was getting all the reactions. They love
yeah,
Io Sky. They love Io Sky.
um,
And I told you we was gonna get that trash can spot, and I told you we was gonna get a tsunami from the top of the cage. I knew it was happening. If Bronson Reed was not gonna hit that tsunami, they should have never had him do that.
I agree. Too big. You wasting it. I mean, you're doing a big spot. Got it.
A big spot like that needs to affect the match. That spot would have got the same, had the same effect if he just did it from the top rope and Roman was saved. You know what I'm saying? It would have had the same exact effect. I said on this podcast, he does not need to be jumping off the top of the cage like Edge. And Edge is out of action. And now Bronson Reed, who's having the best year of his wrestling career, is out of action.
That
So,
action.
but Shinsuke looked great. His entrance was crazy. New champ. Priest,
You
Gunther, Finn. We got something going on there. Tiffany teased us with a little. She pulled the briefcase out the trash can. I thought that was fire.
I
So,
thought it was fire and I thought it was wasted, bro.
and Raquel Rodriguez looked good in this match. She looked like she's becoming more of a heel.
So let me ask you this, because next week Raquel Rodriguez takes on Rhea Ripley on Raw. Next week you got another women's intercontinental. We had the intercontinental title match. We got Dakota Kai and who else? I forgot all the.
And I
Shayna
believe
Baszler.
that's why
And
Jade Cargill was not in that match. Think about who was in that match and the experience in that match, the main event, the champions in that match, and people still said it wasn't great. They would have killed Jade Cargill if she was in that match.
I think Jade has a lot to learn about WWE demeanor, WWE like the way you carry yourself. They said you was injured on the show, injured, and you post a video on Instagram working out. Now we get a Wyatt Six shit for going to Waterburger,
I did.
but you just killed your whole kayfabe
And I'm gonna say this,
in
and
in
another thing,
one.
go ahead.
Like why? What the? You were injured. They said you were injured.
And I
You
read
ain't got to
that
post
they're
a
right
workout video.
that it might be writing her off for TV for like a year.
If they do that, that's something behind the scenes, probably.
I think it's just the in work, the in ring work. But you have to
It's
get that
something.
title off of her because she still has the title with Bianca, which is the odd
Yes,
thing.
I heard that they were at odds. I think we talked about that on here. Um,
And say what
I
you
feel
want to
like if
say, lover or hater, Samantha Irvin would have killed that War Games announcing.
oh yeah.
She
I
would have
thought the chick
killed that.
wasn't bad though, but
No,
Samantha Irvin would have.
Samantha would have let the War Games be because Samantha would have
Yeah,
killed
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
That was her shit.
still was a
But
good, solid pay per view. Raw, man, I don't even know where to go with Raw. It's just the big question is where the hell is John Cena?
he hasn't started his tour. They're promoting Elimination Chamber as his, which is going to be crazy. Do not Daniel Bryan this man. Remember when Daniel Bryan was in the Royal Rumble? He got eliminated fast as hell, and
Cena don't
like
need to be in the elimination chamber because there's no chance of him winning the championship.
I don't. I disagree with that.
You think Cena
I
gets
think,
a run on the way out the door?
yeah, I think they do, and I hope to God that because you know I'm fucking tired of
I don't
that
know if you
Ric
can see
Flair
him, but he's right
bullshit.
there. He's right there. How you feel, John Cena? And Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is over here too on the wall. My guy's right there.
And we're not gonna count other people's championships, world titles. We're not counting all Ric Flair's.
Oh,
He's not the.
you mean this guy right here? Woo! He's somewhere.
He's a
Woo!
legend. He could be on your Rushmore.
Woo!
What he's done in the game
Woo!
is remarkable.
Woo!
But when they say he's a 16-time
All
champion,
time.
I don't
Oh,
fucking believe it.
you see my shirt?
Not that it didn't happen.
He looking at you,
It's
HP.
it's
Woo!
I just
Woo!
hate that we're not only gonna count his and not other people's.
Because everybody else ain't jet flying, limousine riding, wheeling and
Yeah,
dealing,
Dusty
kid
Rhodes
kissing son
has
of a guns. They not.
okay, let me ask a question. Who has had a larger impact on wrestling as a whole? Ric Flair or Dusty Rhodes?
Come on, baby. We flip, flop, and fly. That's a good question. Because again, we mentioned the territories and whatnot, but that's a great question. That's a great question.
And
I gotta take that
yeah,
to the
and I
chat.
have to ask because Ric Flair stayed in ring. You can't show me Ric Flair's legacy as far as who was coming up under the tutelage of Ric Flair. Charlotte, yep, cool, gotcha. Okay, there's one.
Hey,
That's a legit one.
sometimes the only person you can make is yourself. Rick was a made
If
man.
that's the case, Dusty's got 2 kids in. I mean, he had David. There was the unfortunate, uh, you know, there's unfortunate events there.
No,
Um,
wasn't Reed the one that wrestled? No, Reed passed away. Reed passed away. David
Reed
wrestled.
passed away.
Yeah,
Yes,
David
I
wrestled.
mixed them up. I mixed it up. Um, but I'll say this:
I don't know.
Dusty
That
went on
wasn't
to
wrestling what
train.
David Flair did. I have no idea what David Flair did. And I think that's the reason Charlotte got into wrestling because I believe it was Reed's dream to be a wrestler. And when he passed, she picked it up and did it for her brother.
I understand that to be the story too. I don't know if it's 100% true, 5% true, but that's what I heard. So
Yeah.
yeah, fuck it. No one ever corrected me, so fuck it. But I'll say this:
Hey, Charlotte,
Dusty
you need to clean
Rhodes,
the thing up after our podcast.
Dusty Rhodes trained all those dudes down in NXT and got
Yeah,
them right
and
before the camera.
I don't
Like
know,
that's a
bro.
big, that's a
That's
monumental. Like when you
Flair.
talk about legacy, a lot of people try to talk about like, well, the Hogans and Stone Cold. No, no, legacy, pure. Like who comes up under your like who did you produce? You know what I mean? Dusty Rhodes is gonna be one of the top of the guys at this list of legacy,
Well, I don't
impact,
know
and
what
we're not
Flair.
gonna.
I'm sure Flair has done something for the business.
Oh yeah, he has.
I just
He
don't
has.
know. I don't know what that is outside of the ring work because the ring work
It's legendary.
is enough.
It's a lot. Ric Flair. I know I shit on him about these titles, but let's be clear. Ric Flair is a motherfucking goat.
He had them
I will
for a
always have a
reason.
high respect for him.
He
I
had them
just
titles
don't
for a
have
reason.
yes, and I just get mad when we say Ric Flair's got 16 titles, 8 in NWA, blah blah, but we don't say that about all the other Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes. Like we don't, these guys don't count. So it makes me mad. So but John, let me get back to John Cena. He's got 16 all in WWE.
Yeah.
And so to me, he's the leader, although I do have other wrestlers ahead of him, but 17 immortalizes him. If he wins the Intercontinental title, no one gives a shit. Nobody gives a fuck. They're going to make a moment of it and no one's going to care. But that 17, that's the new Kareem Abdul-Jabbar points record. That is the new LeBron points record, basically. And every time people get titles, they're gonna always have to say your name synonymous. There's other people who've won every single title before. JBL, no one talks about that shit. Hardcore champion, European champion, Intercontinental champion, US champion,
The Miz
WWE
is a
champion,
two-time
tag
Grand
team
Slam
champion.
champion.
And no one talks about how great so if Cena wins the Intercontinental, no one gives a shit. You can win every title. Guess what? Well, he never won the Speedy title. They're gonna come up with some other shit. Shawn Michaels the first
Hey,
Grand
that'd
Slam
be
champion. No
crazy
one gives a
if
shit.
that'd be crazy if John Cena won the Speed title. That'd be crazy.
But no, they'll come up with new titles later, and then they'll
Actually,
come up
that
with
would make a
new
lot of sense for him. He only got to wrestle 3 minutes once a week. Perfect.
in and out. Drop
Perfect.
drop one, pick up the title, drop the title,
Hit the people with
gone.
attitude errors, adjustment, five knuckle shuffles, and we out of here, baby. Let's go to Whataburger.
That'd be
Who makes
crazy.
better movies, John Cena or The Rock?
I'm gonna have to go with The Rock. because of the fact that he has more feature films.
I like
It's
Cena.
easier.
I love Peacemaker. I
Yeah,
love what he did
Peacemaker's
in
great.
Suicide Squad. His comedy movies are hilarious, bro.
But he's got a way smaller body of work. When his body of work starts to increase, then I'll start to
Well,
really.
here's my
But
question to you. What's your favorite
mhm,
movie The Rock has been in? A lot of work don't mean it's good.
you're right.
we Back to Raw.
The
If
most
you ever
entertaining one is the Fast. I think it's the Fast Six.
I
Wherever he made his debut.
but after Bow Wow was in Tokyo Drift, I've not watched the Fast and Furious movie.
Yo, his
And Ja
first
Rule was screaming
debut.
about a menage. Menage! I heard they was in
Monica.
space. I heard The Rock was holding the
They went to
helicopter with
space.
one arm, and Dominic Tirico is still out. He should have been in jail. Like
Yeah, it's The
what
Rock's
got me
got a
about
lot
the
of.
Fast and the Furious was it's like they never stopped to get gas. So, but yeah, so I think after Fast, then Tokyo Drift, I was out of it.
Oh
I
my
checked
god.
out.
I think
Last
The
last
Rock.
podcast we discovered I never watched The Wire and or watched The Sopranos, and now I think my Fast and Furious viewership ended at like Tokyo Drift. It's like the third movie.
He actually picked back up around 4 or 5. But that's when they made them like federal agents, but we really don't know what they are. And then for like 5, 6, 7 are good, and then it like goes back to being shit again. Um the John Cena's body of work should encompass him getting a 17-time champion. And I hope to God, because I can see him not winning the Royal Rumble. Doesn't make sense.
I
Put him
just
in the
mentioned
elimination
Cena
chamber.
because all of this good stuff is happening, and you still have The Rock that needs to return, and you still have Cena who's on his farewell tour. So maybe they just hold off on pulling out the big guns because you don't need them right now. You do not need them. Because guess what? Roman and CM Punk got some business to handle, take care of too now.
You could do Rock and CM Punk, John Cena's last WrestleMania match, and everything else will fall into play.
You could just
You're
pull
good to
Cena
go.
and Orton out and Cena say, you know what? Randy, I respect you, but you're the one name on my list that I've not been able to cross off. And you know who Randy Orton is? He's a legend killer. You know, John, I'm a lot of things, but I am the legend killer.
You know
And,
it's
and
crazy.
and they don't even need to build the story for them is already there. So they just got to say, I'm calling you out. I want you. Pause.
No, you know it'd be extra great. John Cena wins the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble match. We've been waiting for this, right? Because Kevin Owens is Saturday Night Main Event. Cody takes him out. Randy Orton returns, takes on fucking Cody at the Royal Rumble. Because guess what?
And
He finally turns on
Randy
Cody
beats Cody.
and he beats Cody, takes the world title. We go into a night one main event headline Randy Orton, the next guy in the WWE Championship lineage, because I think that'll be number 15 for him. He'll be on his 15th world title, taking on John Cena, going for his 17th. Never headlined a WrestleMania all their years together, and that's his number one
You can
rival.
just pull that out. Just pull it out.
Cody's so over, they say. You don't need a title. I mean,
And
shit,
John
Cody will let
Cena
anybody hit.
needs a t-shirt or a towel with like a snake skin print on it. Because he's gonna skin the Viper. He's a legend killer. So that'd be crazy. Go out
Legend
with a
killer.
bang. Go out with a bang. It never happened. And I said that's what Cena needs is doing now. But I just mentioned it because we haven't seen him and we have all this stuff. But I do like the 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 new talent that's being highlighted, man. You know, Tiffany Stratton got highlighted. She's being
Yes.
highlighted. Liv even, you know, Raquel, Bronson, Jacob, like the whole Bloodline 2.0, man. Like, and then tonight,
Did you want to
R-Truth even got to win tonight, man.
over Pete Dunne? We just talked about Pete Dunne. We haven't seen Pete Dunne in a little bit.
The
Okay,
Bruiserweight.
Pete Dunne's back.
Yeah,
I mean, he
it's
never really left. Don't say Butch. Don't be afraid. Hold on, man. Where's
Been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without
oh
a note.
man.
Found the
Okay, there
steps.
it is. Drew McIntyre is back. He hit Sami Zayn, so I'm assuming Drew McIntyre is the one who attacked Jay Uso.
Ooh, so boom, boom. He might attack
Does that
Jay
mean he?
Cargill too, but we still don't know who did that.
He Jay Cargill.
Drew McIntyre
Yo.
attacked Jay Cargill.
Oh my God. I'm trying to go back because I missed one match. I just want to make sure I got this right. Okay, I did get it right. Dakota Kai advances. So now
Yeah,
let me see
Team
how
Kids,
that woman's
baby.
bracket is. All right. So the women's bracket, y'all. In case y'all, I thought I took a picture of the bracket. Am I bugging? Oh, there it is. Okay, I did take a picture. Let me see if I can get it clear. So all these matches are triple threat matches, which is I like that. A little different, which means we have 12 females, right? The top corner on this left side, it's Dakota, which is the winner, over Shayna and Katana Chance.
Chance.
I had Kaden Carter.
They're the same person.
That's funny.
One
I
of them
wrote the
just
names
dating
down.
Damian
Right. It was
Priest.
Katana though. Um the next week's match, oh, it's not even next week. Next week is Lyra Valkyria taking on Zelina Vega versus Ivy Nile. American Made needs some shit. She going on to become the first Intercontinental Champion gives Chad Gable the you did it, you listened, you did it. Like, let's start putting some belts on these motherfuckers.
I don't know.
Chad Gable needs to
I
win
don't
the
know.
men's Intercontinental over time sometime in the future. So they can have the men's and women's
He should have
IC
beat
belts.
Gunther, to be honest.
But instead they used it on Sami Zayn. But life is life. Uh American Made wins the tag belts. Now you got a faction with all gold.
And you
All
bring in
gold.
Kurt Angle to do a celebration. These
I
guys,
love it.
they are
I love it.
intensity, integrity, intelligence. Come on, that was the milk. And then they turn on Angle, which would be perfect. Put Angle in the Olympic Slam. We don't need you all your medals, old man. We are American made. We already made.
Already. After that, you got Alba Fire taking on Kyrie Zane, taking on Natalia. Right? That's in the bottom bracket. The winner will go against the Ivy Nile Zelina like Valkyria winner, right? Dakota Kai won. She's gonna go against either Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, Kaden Carter. That match is gonna be either not next Monday, but the Monday after, or 3 Mondays
Yeah,
from now.
they stretching
Like,
this thing out. But it's a lot of women. Like we name it, it's 3 people in every match in the bracket. So it's a
it's
lot of
12.
women.
Those 12 are a separate 12 than what's the U.S. women's title. And those 24 are different from the women competing for the world title and the WWE title.
What do you do with Bianca since Jade is out?
I feel like they're hinting at a story to sizzle to get back to Rhea
What do you
versus
do
her.
with Bianca? And what do you do with those titles? Does she give them
See,
up?
right now is a bad time because you got two tournaments for titles, and all your women are tied up to both of those. Like
Yeah, but she
Alba
can't be
Fire,
running around just with one title.
no. I feel like you got to pick up Naomi.
Man,
Naomi's not involved in.
Naomi steps in, and that's what causes the beef between Jade and Bianca.
Yeah,
Or she does give them up, and she said, "You gave away something that wasn't yours, and that was not for you to do."
I wonder how long she's going to be out for because it's going to be interesting. You got the Women's Royal Rumble coming. If she doesn't take part in that, I feel like they said it's not injury. You just saw her working out,
And Rhea
and
played us. She didn't break her orbital socket. She just wanted to wear that cool mask.
I hated that mask and loved it at the same time.
It was
Like I
cool.
don't
Then she
know.
took it off. Like, yeah, Rhea's fire, man.
I hated it and loved it. I hated the fact she took it off. That shit was different. Just wear the motherfucker.
Just
She was
wear
doing
it.
the hip. I'm like, oh my god, she got them horns on that bitch.
Killed it.
So I when she took it off, I kind of was like, that's whack. That's corny.
Yeah, Raw, man. It's so much to talk about that you can't talk about it because it can go anywhere, bro. They have so many good stories and seeds, and we just got to tune in.
Yeah,
That's where we are with Monday Night Raw. You just got to tune in because
like Judgment Day with like they're building Gunther an opponent and Finn at the same time breaking the Judgment Day, setting up Finn versus Dom because the girls can't battle the dudes. So it's really going to be Dom versus I guess Finn over time. Um, you have my man Drew McIntyre just came back, and his first order of business is taking out Sami Zayn, and I'm assuming it was him that took out Jey Uso because it's so coincidental.
then I read Jimmy might be hurt. So I don't know what's going on. There's a lot happening in that
They
cage.
said he broke his big toe. They said he broke his big toe.
I don't know how. What did he do? Too many super kicks and toe got loose. That splash on
Yo,
the top rope looked a little weird too when he did it.
I almost asked the question, but I know it's Zell, bro. Zell always this guy's craziness. There's no Archie. You are the greatest heel in
What
wrestling
I do,
podcast.
man? I just show
I
up.
don't even know. But Zell always got going crazy.
I just
Um,
show up to talk, man.
yeah, I think the women's. Do we feel like there's too many titles on the main roster? There's 11,
No, because you
not
got
counting Speed.
think about all the people we just named. If you do it right, it's
That's true.
just like Attitude Era. Attitude Era had heavyweight, light heavyweight, hardcore. Like it was women's tag. It was a lot of titles in
That's
that
true.
era. But
European.
which I loved. I loved the European title. But see,
Yeah,
you had people who
yeah,
made them titles worth like D'Lo Brown. He was worth. He made the European title something. You know,
yeah.
the hardcore
Even the
title.
British Bulldog holding it.
They made it something. It made sense.
British Bulldog defended in the main event at One Night Stand. He lost it, but he defended it in the main event at the very One Night Stand pay per view in I think it was in England.
Yeah,
I
I used to
think,
like
give or
the
take.
light heavyweight. I thought it was cool.
I think they just need to revamp it a little bit. Not the look of the title, but like what the rules are, because Gilbert losing every week and keeping the title was dumb. It was
Yeah, it was
funny, but
before
you
that you
made a
had like
mockery of the
Taka
title.
Michinoku's and all them other people who made you
Yes.
watch. And in sense, it was really like the cruiserweight title.
Yeah. They should go back to that. Like you have a division, one something like that should be
Well,
specific to a
that's
brand.
where the smaller guys would thrive. That's
Yes,
where they would
yes,
really be able to show up but they kind of did that when they had 205 Live.
they did. But you got to put this on the main roster. Like if there's, let's say SmackDown is the cruiserweight brand, and they get the light heavyweight championship, and Raw because it's going to Netflix is the hardcore brand, so they have a hardcore title to represent. And so you have two different brands. So like two different styles. The shows feel different. It's not just the red and the blue. It's like the shows feel different. One show, they do
Well,
more
that's what it
hardcore. They got
was because Raw and SmackDown didn't feel the same in the back in the
back
day.
then. No, they didn't.
Hell, Nitro and Thunder didn't feel the same.
I don't think anyone felt Thunder after Thunder was just.
The money
They
grab.
tried. They tried. But yeah, man, I'm locked. I'm looking forward to SmackDown. However, big shoes to fill.
They can do it though. Coming off of War Games, because guess what?
Since
Roman got to talk. He got to address Punk. They got to address the Sami Zayn thing. Seth is back. Solo got to talk. Like it.
hey, Shinsuke got to talk, or
Shinsuke,
maybe he doesn't talk.
he ain't gotta
Maybe just
talk.
lying to him. Yeah, he got to line someone up. You so worried about this title? That's why I'm gonna take. I studied you.
Yeah, Shinsuke's return, they got it right.
They,
What was up with everybody's hair being like dyed and done? CM Punk hair was like done. Jay Uso hair was red. Shinsuke Nakamura had highlights. Everybody was all dolled up for War Games. Solo Sokoa leaning out. He doing Tybo. Everybody looked good.
not Tybo, bro.
You ever did
Hey,
Tybo? I did Tybo. Didn't work.
I ain't do Tybo.
Didn't work.
Tybo ho, trying to work it out, trying to be brolic. You just,
Trying to kick knowledge. Cut him at a Tybo hoe. Tybo, P90X,
yeah,
and
she
a
was
bunch of all the other
crazy.
stuff, man.
What a crazy time.
Crazy time, man.
But yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Braun Breaker didn't really do much tonight, but put shit in the head of Ludwig Kaiser.
And you don't
If
need him
you
to.
need,
You don't need Braun because what he did in that match, but this dude did a spear from across the ring and he didn't even move his legs. He just jumped. Braun Breaker is a athlete. Like,
that's a true athlete.
yeah,
Like,
he went for it in his match at War Games, which I enjoyed. I thought Sheamus was gonna pull it out, but it would have been great. But yeah, man, Braun Breaker, he should have that title for a while.
yeah, well, think he'll lose it around Mania. I think he'll keep it to Mania.
So
He may be one of them guys to keep it and walk out of Mania with it.
somebody has to. I do think CM Punk's gonna beat Cody Rhodes. I'm saying it now.
We got to end that story. It's got to end. And you know who's more over than Cody? CM fucking Punk.
There's a few people more over than Cody.
Yeah,
I mean, it's no knock. It's just, you know what I'm saying? A few people more over than you. And then that's just wrestling. That's just wrestling.
where is Charlotte at? She let on Mexico. Yo,
Charlotte somewhere chilling.
Charlotte somewhere. She did
She
a
made a
stare off with
post
Jade
on
Cargill.
social media like a week ago, so had people speculating about a return. She's been out a while too. For
Yes.
what? What did she go out for? Is she injured?
I thought she was injured, something with her knees or something, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. But yeah, Raw had a lot of highlights tonight, little low lights. This new things got interesting, very interesting. The tag picture has gotten very interesting. CM Punk is pointing at the WrestleMania sign, very interesting. So he may win the Royal Rumble. He was in the Final Four when he got hurt. So
Big Bronson Reed posted that.
that's his ankle.
Injuries are temporary, moments
Oh,
are forever, and it's him jumping off the. He fucked that ankle up. Yep, waiting on Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. They better make a new heel theme for the New Day. I agree.
yeah. What would that sound like though?
Somebody gonna get the ass kicked. Nah, it can't be that.
I
It
don't even
can't
know
be that.
how.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
even
That's
know
a good
what
question.
you bring them because that's going to be very important. They need a theme that's going to stick because that's a big part of their gimmick is the entrance.
It is.
They should
I
come
don't
out with
even know.
Big EO theme. 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. They come out with Big E music,
I can't
or
believe they
they
keep
keep
coming
or they
after.
keep the music, but the Titantron come back, but they have Big E like character xed out.
Hell, that would be wild. People get pissed, and that's the heat they need.
And all their shirts are just have Big E face out, like just that type of stuff. Being petty.
Guacamole. It's right now, but fuck it. Zell is crazy. I just read his comment. Like, what is he talking? Oh shit! Then you go back to his previous comment.
Shout
I ain't even gonna read his comment.
out to Zell,
However,
man.
I've read his comment. That shit crazy. But yeah, I was happy, bro. I was happy. I damn near think it was a 10. I mean, someone in the chat earlier said this was a 10 out of 10. I think it was Vinny. I said a 9, but I might even go 9.5. Like it's pretty close to perfect. They
Mm.
even had a return, brought me. Only thing could have made this a little bit better is a complete surprise. Either The Rock or Roman Reigns would have popped over to thank CM Punk or something with CM Punk or
We
something.
got some more Punk though. Him and Seth, they about to cook.
Yeah, that shit is fine,
They about to cook.
fine.
Man,
And they can
I've
save it
turned.
for Mania.
I've turned within a year. They've turned me on CM Punk and they've turned me on Solo Sikoa. They've done the job.
They have. They done it well.
They've done their job, man. So shout out to Raw, the crew, whoever these producers are. They produce these producers is producing. They try to get that Christmas,
Ah,
try to get that
back.
Christmas bonus.
They definitely doing their job. What up, what up, Ashley? We see you in the chat. What up? What up? What up? Um, yeah, they really did. Um, but man, I look forward to it. What we got tomorrow's NXT.
NXT.
I don't think I can remember off the top of my head. I think it's the Iron
Bro,
Survivor
I'm not trying to remember.
last.
I am tired. This weekend wore me out. You hear me? I am exhausted from traveling. I want to shout out to Pro Wrestling 225, man. I was a part of history this weekend. And the first ever women's steel cage match in Louisiana wrestling history happened at the event, Locked and Loaded. And I was there doing my thing. And yeah, Pro Wrestling 225. If you ever in Louisiana, around the Baton Rouge area, you in Plaquemines, Gonzales, New Orleans, whatever, and you can get to a Pro Wrestling 225 show, please do. It's one of the best wrestling organizations I've ever been a part of, and one of the best locker rooms. And like everybody there is professional, one big happy family. So shout out to Pro Wrestling 225. And yeah, and thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying? Having me as to ever be part of the events and all that stuff, man. It's a good
Shout
time.
out to you, man.
Yeah, man.
I see you. I see you working, brother.
Doing my thing,
I
baby.
see you
Doing
working.
my thing,
I see
baby.
you working.
Yeah, man. I'm a heal in real life too. So, they give me the mic and I go do it. I go do the thing. Yeah, but you got any other like any indie wrestling shows or any indie wrestlers y'all want us to check out, man, by all means, put us on. Because like I said, we talk, we do the recaps, but we like across the board wrestling fans. So
Tell us. Tell us. And go ahead and get the memberships, man. If you got some shit you guys say, go
oh
ahead and get that
yeah,
membership,
Vinny.
man.
When you trying to do this? Friday, Vinny? Tuesday? Monday? What's up? So yeah, because we're gonna start tapping in with the people and having some of you guys and girls and wrestling fans tap in with us and we're gonna put your face in the box and let you talk. That way you ain't gotta put it in the comments. You can come say it. It's yours, baby. And yeah, we're gonna start having some indie wrestlers come on the show, some different hosts come on the show, but we want you in the chat watching this to be part of it too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Vinny say pop it up tomorrow, goddammit.
NXT. He turned it to
NXT, we
NXV.
gonna be in the building.
NXV is NXV. NXV. So yeah, I'll be here. We'll be here for it. But you got anything else, HP? This is a good show, man. There's a good Raw. I don't think we had a good Raw to really talk about, so we didn't. So it's been,
That shit was good as fuck.
what
My
you
bad.
know when you're eating good food, you don't talk about it. You just make sounds. That's what this Raw was tonight. You just make sound, happy sounds.
This Raw is like when you look in your crypto account and you just like, damn, everything just
See,
keep going
everybody,
up.
see, not you talking that big boy talk. It's like this Raw was when you get home and you forgot you had that cold drink in the fridge. And oh shit. Yeah. Or you open the microwave and see some leftover Chinese food you forgot about. That's a good feeling. Or when you actually awake for that what you doing text. That's a good feeling.
Mm, I like that one. That what you doing? Hey, big head.
Hey, big head.
Yeah, yeah. That's why you got to keep them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to
Good
keep
Raw, man. Great,
good
great show.
raw, good raw.
I just want them to keep it up. That's the thing. Don't do this to me. Then next week we talking about how bad it was.
You know what? They can't keep the momentum forever though. Shit happens, but it's got to be good quality. It's got to be close. Keep it consistent. NXT, some shows are better than others, but it's consistent.
Consistent. It's an
It's
easy
consistent.
watch. You want to watch it, and you know what you're getting. So, and you guys know what you're getting. You're getting these recaps every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday during the main event of the WWE weekly shows. We didn't do a Survivor Series recap. That's why we kind of dabbled tonight because I was on the road traveling doing the Pro Wrestling 225 thing. HP got his thing going on. Plus, he does his reviews on Sundays. Hall Priest the Universe. From is over. So what y'all doing over there right now, man?
So we're gonna recap from season one, episode one, and do that. So if you haven't seen the show, tap in. We're gonna start covering that. Also, going to do a breakdown analysis. That's gonna start this Sunday with the Walking Dead versus the From. So how that's gonna work, I'll give you a little taste of it right now, but you know, From was three seasons. So we have to start, we gotta swap worlds, swap characters. So, if you've watched The Walking Dead, Rick Grimes is the leader.
So Rick
Well, how
would
did
be
Rick
Boyd.
Grimes leader is Boyd?
Rick would be Boyd.
However, is it really Boyd when the show starts? Because the show doesn't start from Boyd's perspective. It starts from Jim and Tabitha's. So Jim is kind of the guy until he gets to the town. And
But see,
then it
Rick
kind
wasn't
of
the man in the beginning either. It was Shane.
correct.
See, Shane
That's why I was
Shane
like,
was even knocking down Rick's wife.
let's
They,
go.
they thought
We
Rick
got to
was
talk about
dead. And Rick was in the hospital. That's when he met the Asian guy, Steve.
it. Hey, Glenn. Glenn was
Glenn.
the first one he
His name is
met.
Steve in real life, but he met Glenn. And then it went from there. I think people forget in the beginning who, like, the man wasn't the man.
Man wasn't the man. It was the
Even
man
Sons of
was Shane.
Anarchy, it wasn't Jax Teller in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
And one thing I always loved and respected about The Walking Dead, as the seasons progressed, the zombies got worse. Like the way they look. Like when season one, you go watch episode one, it's hard for Rick Grimes to tell who's
Z
human and who
Nation
isn't.
looks at. I don't know how Z Nation got picked up for another season. Your boy Harold is in Z Nation. That
Harold
pilot
Perrineau.
episode is terrible, but it's got like 4 or 5 seasons, so it improves. So
So Z, let me ask you a question. The way those dudes was scared, and so
wait, who
think
you
about
talking
this.
to? Who you talking to?
Zell said, "Stop it." Rick would wreck shop and from. Come on now, them monsters would have been dead. Let me ask y'all this.
Daryl Dixon, Michonne. They would have definitely sliced some heads.
Only one person was willing to go out in the woods and go out and about like that. Solo. And it was really
I
Daryl.
love you, Solo. Solo TC.
Boyd went out. So I got a whole comparison. I got notes with quotes,
Hey
and it's a
Zell, you just got to
breakdown.
tap in Sunday. Might need to get Zell on. Zell watch wrestling. Zell into the.
Zell gonna have a muted mic. I gonna have my finger on the thing because Zell comments I can't read all. I read them all, but I can't verbalize them all.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
when is this? Because I might hop on there with you because I love The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So me and D got something Sunday, so I might not even the monsters from reincarnate. This is another issue too. Yes, the
Oh, see,
fear
Zell, fan,
factor from
Zell been watching.
ain't no shoot. Hey, ain't no shooting him in the head. Rick go shoot him in the head, and that motherfucker be like, yeah, it's gonna be some problems. So I got a whole breakdown. I've already anticipated that. I think I'll do it Saturday. I'll tap in with you. You say you want to?
Yeah,
I'll
let me
probably
know.
have. Matter of fact, we're gonna get Archie on the first one. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
hey, every show needs a heel, right?
Every
Yeah, because my Pro Wrestling 225, we wrapped up this year in the last event, and we'll be back in January. So I'm free for the next few months. Get ready for my
mm,
match. Taking on who wants some?
yes. Then me and D like, hey, there's D in the chat. Let me put her on screen. You know what I'm saying? And then again, Sundays we'll be back this Sunday covering from. So if you never watched from, and also we're about to get another show
So what I need
to
to watch for Sunday so I could be prepared?
we I'm gonna have to hit you up because and then we're gonna start posting it too because we gotta make a final determination of what we are officially gonna watch to keep it going, as well as doing the from breakdowns. Because
Okay.
that we can't stop that momentum. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, and like I said,
It's crazy.
Shane, my man said Rick with a wreck shop in front.
He said Rick with
Ooh,
a wreck shop. But you got to
Shane.
understand how the monsters work. There's a whole complete breakdown I have of that. I had to watch a lot. I've had to watch more of the show than I wanted. But at the same time, I have a lot of notes about the
And the
monsters that
Walking Dead was moving. They were moving from. They were in like stationary in that city.
they're stationary. Also, the monsters in
Here's the
The
real
Walking
question:
Dead.
in what world would you survive in best? HP, the From world or the Walking Dead world, which was Atlanta.
Starts in Atlanta. Remember, they end up in Virginia at one point. To be honest,
And Fear the
it
Walking
depends.
Dead, they was way on the West Coast. And Daryl Dixon
Yeah,
ended up in like
that was Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, yeah.
fire,
It depends.
fire
When that
shit.
outbreak happens, if you're in a city like New York, you're fucked. You are fucked.
But they were.
But
Think about it, was just Atlanta was messed up. So
Atlanta was messed up. You got to be in the outskirts. Jacksonville people will be all right. Like
and you
we
got the
tote a
water
lot of
behind you
guns.
too. So
We got water. It's spaced out. When you're cluttered in, oh, that shit is bad
you know who
because it's.
probably was more like Boyd Morgan.
I'm gonna get in because I don't want to get super
Yeah,
into it because
we hey,
it's
if
some
you're new
notes
to
with
the
some
channel, we
quotes
start with wrestling and we end where we end. But yeah, man, that's good. So this Sunday, right?
this Sunday.
This Sunday on Hall Preasy Universe is under his name. Is That's his channel where he breaks down movies, Marvel, sitcoms. He got a little, we call him Mr. Sippable. So he's doing drink reviews and breakdowns. So King HP has a lot going on his
Hey, I
channel
ain't got it here with me because it's
under
downstairs.
Hall
But y'all
Preasy
seen,
Universe. That is his YouTube channel. So check that out. So Sunday we're
y'all,
doing a Walking Dead from comparison and breakdown. That should be pretty
N-
interesting.
New Year's there will be a taste test of a $500 bottle. Go talk about it, King HP. So you can only imagine what I'm gonna sip for 500.
I
You know
thought
what
it
I'm
was six.
saying?
I thought I saw
It
five
was
nine nine.
actually yes. If you look at the tag, it say 5.99
Don't
99.
cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Don't hey treat yourself. Is what they say. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
yeah, man,
30-year
we
age.
appreciate y'all rocking with us. We hope this Monday was
Sip that
good to
shit.
you and good for you. We hope this week is good to you and good for you. We'll be right back at it tomorrow night during the main event of NXT. It's Attitude Era Podcast. I am the Archie Carter. That is King HP, and we will see y'all in a few hours. So later.